So just to be clear, I have to make my own art, prepare it, market it, sell it, and be my own publicist, business manager, social media guru, accountant, and graphic designer. Right, I'm on it. If you like today's content, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe while you're in the check-in mood. Hit that bell too to be notified when new content comes out. Other than that, just sit back and enjoy the show. Hi, I'm John, and this is Bogdan. Join us on our journey as we figure out how to earn a living as artists, introduce you to those we meet, and share what we learn along the way. Oh my God, how much can one person do? Well, I tell you, one person can achieve quite a lot when you stop to think about it. Of course, Michelangelo did not have to post on Instagram, and I'm guessing that the sculptor at Mount Rushmore had quite a lot of time to think about his tax deductions. So perhaps the comparisons aren't fair. Let's just agree that you have to do a whole lot as a creative business owner. And though some of our duties may be more important than others, there are none of them that are not important. The trick then is to figure out how to address all of the jobs thrust upon us in such a way as to not overwhelm us. I get it. It seems like an impossibility. But as I mentioned before, people can do amazing things when they're motivated. Over the past few weeks, we've been talking about all of the different things that we can do to make our creative businesses thrive. Not just jobs we have to perform, but also ways for us to stay focused and motivated through it all. It's important that each of us remains calm in the face of the enormity of what we should be doing, and just find ways to do as much as we can, adding on more weight as we can carry the load. So this is my permission speech. I know I've given it before, but it's super important that none of us ever feels like we're doing something wrong just because we can't keep up. So that's done. You now have permission to fail, to lag behind, to prioritize as you see fit. But you also have the permission to succeed too. A huge part of what we do centers around marketing. We talked about marketing plans, advertising, and publicity, and the need to get the message out to the world around us about our art, ourselves, and our businesses. And a huge part of that marketing and communication strategy is graphic design. If your creative profession is graphic design, congratulations. You may have this bit under control. I found, though, that many of the graphic designers I know spend all of their creative time and energy providing their clients with these tools and often don't have time left to apply these skills to their own businesses. I know that was true for us. Bogdan was so busy creating amazing video content for customers that when we looked at our own internet presence, we had little video content about us. So even you graphic designers out there may not be off the hook this week. Graphic design is a lot more than just pretty pictures. It's a communication tool between us and our customers. First impressions matter, and quality, consistent design can not only make you look more professional, it can make you look more credible to a prospective buyer. The stronger your design, the more people will trust you. We've all experienced clicking on a website and thinking to ourselves that this company looks really amateurish or even creepy. Artistic companies are no different. It's funny, because you'd think as creatives we'd be great at presenting ourselves graphically, but it doesn't appear to be the case. That's where the true creative, professional skill of the graphic designer becomes so important. You might consider hiring your own design needs out to a professional. After all, you wouldn't hire an amateur painter to do a mural on your wall. The issue isn't one of the lack of respect for designers, but rather the economics involved. Sure, it would be better to hire all these services out, but if we don't have the funds to do that, we simply must learn to do things on our own until we can afford to hire the best. So why is graphic design so important? Well, it seems that 90% of what is transmitted in our brains is visual. That's huge. And 3M did some research that indicates that images are processed 60,000 times faster in our brains than when we read text. That's amazing. So your visual message is received and absorbed before customers even have a chance to read your witty copy. Then consider that over half of us, 65%, are visual learners anyway. Imagine just how powerful that is from a marketing standpoint. And if visual communication is that important, imagine how much more powerful video becomes. Studies have also correlated a large measure of success in businesses that promote design over those that don't. Think of those companies with strong visual brand awareness: Coca-Cola, Nike, Mercedes. We recognize these brands at a glance. And while we're not likely going to gain that level of brand awareness in our small businesses, the power of that visual marketing is clear. So what we can learn from those companies is firstly that we need to brand everything we do. We need to have a uniform look and style that is reflected in everything from our website to our business cards, social media accounts, newsletters, presentations, and videos. In fact, we should have a style guide like the big companies and organizations do. We should know what colors, fonts, logo designs, and styles to use. We should shy away from changing our branding too often. Consider how long Coca-Cola has had the same logo. That consistency of style and branding is perceived by people as professional, successful, and trustworthy. And think about it. It's not just a question of what we distribute. Other people will forward our branding around through their social media channels. It's free advertising. HubSpot reports that people like and share infographics 3 times more often than any other content. And with the waning attention span of a busy population, infographics get read more often than narrative written content. And your own experience will tell you that social media posts with pictures or infographics get read and shared much more often than those without graphics. I wouldn't even consider sending out a tweet, a Pinterest pin, or Facebook or Instagram post without an image attached. Okay, I think we can all agree that graphic design is a vital part of our marketing, branding, and advertising strategies. But what if we simply don't have the money to hire out the professional designers and honestly don't have the talent or training to create our own? Well, let's look at some options, because I'm here to tell you, you're not alone. The first thing I'd like to mention is Pantone. They come out with some phenomenal guides to trends in graphic design. Check them out annually for their predictions and suggestions. They're amazing. If you're looking for design support on a budget, take a look at Fiverr. Though most of the jobs cost more than the original $5, there are thousands of creative people out there all over the world bidding for jobs. These tend to be quite inexpensive, and the quality varies wildly. Some jerks even have fake profiles, but there are a lot of honest folks out there who will do a job for you quickly and for very little money. Of course, you get what you pay for. You can also try Upwork, where you post a job and a budget and designers bid for the gig. Unlike Fiverr, you tend to know who you're working with, and the designers are generally of a higher quality. But that also means the price goes up. Many of the stock image sites have great graphics as well. If you're looking to purchase something that has a clear license already attached to it, iStock, Shutterstock, Adobe, and many others out there might be worth a look. PicMonkey is a platform that allows you to do your own work, but it's much easier to learn and navigate than, say, Photoshop. It has loads of templates, but it is a recurring monthly fee and quite basic in its scope. Now, Canva is a platform I use a lot. I tried the Pro plan for 30 days, but now I'm sticking with the free version for now. I love the templates, and I love how projects are already sized properly for different social media platforms. I can get a template for Pinterest and then a square one for Instagram. It's all very simple and quick. Design Pickle allows you to have designers on retainer for a monthly fee. You can get unlimited design help, but you'd have to decide if you need that much graphic support. Price it out, because if you do need a lot of support and need it regularly and on a schedule, that might be a good option. Now, I don't get paid by any of these folks, and there are scores more options out there that I've not mentioned, but you get the idea. Graphic design is a huge part of the success of your creative business, and whether you hire it out or create it yourself, quality, consistent branding, and visual marketing is key to the growth of your business. So what do I have to do? Draw you a picture? Have a great week. Bye.